Hello YouTube fam, today we have Jeskai Firestorm, a deck that aims to win by casting Temporal Firestorm to wipe away all your opponent's creatures and then beat them up with a Sanctuary Warden or a Wandering Emperor or a Fable the Mirror Breaker blinking some of your smaller threats. I want to play your deck, so please, in the description down below there's a Google Forms, please fill it out and you can have your deck featured here. Let's hop into the games. Okay, our opponent's going first and we're taking Jeskai Firestorm for a spin. 3-land hand with a Bankbuster, Fable, and Celestis. We'll keep. Definitely gonna lead on this Windscarred Crag. Have a potential to drop a Denic next turn. We'll see what our opponent does. They seem to lead us to believe that we really need to block. We might play it. Second Denic's not great, but we'll cast this Bankbuster. Okay, that could be good against Bankbuster. See if they use it to kill our Bankbuster. Yep, they're gonna go ahead and do that. Deal 3 damage, 3 mana, and kill Bankbuster over 2 turns. I think that means we're gonna get this Fable down. That way we can discard this Denic if it's bad. We might have another one. Based on the priority stick they had there. Yes, they do. We'll block all day here and force them to kill the Mirror Breaker, though. Not hit me. Sack the creature, okay. Definitely gonna cast a Denic this turn, especially if I can get an untapped land. And I can't do that, so maybe. Yeah, I was relying on the draw discard there, so I think we're just gonna develop our mana. Pass the turn. Stays our opponent's cats. 2 things here. It'll turn to night, and it'll give us a chance to loot one of these Denics away. Opponent's gonna Grotto, discard to the bottom, and an Overseer. Okay. Man, I always get this mixed up. It's if no spells get cast when it's daytime. Okay. I can play Teferi into Denic, so I think I'll do that. Just get a Lifelinger down. Spirited Companion, okay. I could definitely deal 2 to our Teferi here. We have a pretty big Sanctuary Warden coming down next turn. Takenuma, okay. They can get a lot of things, but good to know about the Farewell. They could get a Cathar Commando or Aspiring Overseer. Getting an Overseer. Yeah, I gotta put the untapped land. Swing with Denic. Make a white. I could have untapped a land here too. Not like we could have played anything with it, but that was just bad sequencing. Definitely want to keep the shield tokens on the Sanctuary Warden if at all possible. Could have destroy removal. I'll block this, so it's worth a shield token, I think. Depopulate, okay. Well, the Sanctuary is still around, so that's fine. attack with the Warden and take a counter off the Teferi. And cast the Denic from the graveyard. And then we're just going to untap. Yeah. So it's 0 and untap these here. They had another depopulate here. It would wipe the board. It's definitely possible that they have a second depopulate. Yep. That's kind of why we wanted to play the Denic there to get a card draw. With Sanctuary Warden, Spirit Academia, okay. Yeah, now we need to start getting ways to kill our opponent. Yeah, so let's minus Teferi, see what we can find. Maybe another Sanctuary Warden. Wandering Emperor. That's pretty good too. Just play another Denic and pass with this Wandering Emperor up. Start trying to lay the hurt down on our opponent via combat damage. Lion Sash, it's gonna get big. A lot of permanent cards in the graveyard. Luckily we have this Otawara. Didn't attack, okay. I think we're going to play it either way.
Now you've done it. That's coming off. Show them how we greet our enemies.
And we're going to pump it up a bunch, that way they have to eat a lot of permanent cards in order to make that big to where it needs to be, and then I'll bounce it with the Otawara. Ooh, they just let that go. Okay, that's fine by me. Definitely we'll just untap this Reckoner Bankbuster, their Denic, and a Windscarred Crag. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play this 8/3 Channeler. No, I think we're gonna keep up the Otawara. Having several ways to bounce something is nice. We want them to commit mana to this Lion Sash first, exiling a bunch of things from the graveyard. I think I reconfigure again. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna keep going tall on this Denic.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Man, they really are not messing around there, huh? Just letting their Lion Sash get slapped up. Don't think I need to cast anything else, so I'm not going to. Get rid of some lands now that we have a lot of those. Just looking for a way to kill our opponent mostly. This Denic is our start for it. Send them with both. Yep, gonna make them use it to eat permanents, but they don't want to do that. So we're just going to pass the turn here. I guess we should create a bird token. We gonna have to discard something anyway. Should pass the turn. See what our opponent has. Opponent hits us with a good game already. Alright, opponent's going first. 2 lands here. I think we'll keep. If we get a 3rd land, we can cast a Fable on 3. Or Celestis. Opponent's on red. Let's see, just trade Dragon Sleeves. Could just be mono red. 2 red sources. 2 red sources, but no play on either of the first 2 turns. Okay. Letting us off the hook here for our keep. Red green, okay. Reckless Stormseeker. My Iconoclast, okay. This means next turn I can cast Wandering Emperor. I think I'll do that. That means we get to flip the Celestis too. When we just pass with mana open. Raiju, okay. Yep, Raiju's good there. Probably just gonna Firestorm. Yeah, I'm just gonna Firestorm. Just do a Wrath. More big haste threats are not good, since we're on the back foot here. See if we can avoid those. Things without haste we're fine with, for the most part. Not what we wanted to see. Big and has haste. Yeah, that's small and has haste. Would love to have drawn a land there so we could have cast a Denic. We could cast Denic plus Fable. Or we could cast Denic plus Aether Channeler. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that actually. And make the 1/1 bird. Actually, we should probably return a creature. Make them recast the Raiju. Yeah. Because that way they have to have another modified creature. So I have to play Raiju plus something else with haste to kill us this turn. Oh. Yeah, we're going to just do that to us. Nice. GG's. We're on the draw here. I think we got to mulligan this. That looks like a much better hand. We'll keep. And send back. We have something in each spot on the curve. I think I want to send back this Aether Channeler. Might regret that. See if our opponent doesn't make disappear something here for our Reckoner Bank Buster. Oh, quite expecting Spectral Adversary. Expecting maybe a Resolute Reinforcements or something like that. Adversary it is. Opponent probably has another flash threat, so we'll keep up this Iganjo. I didn't there. Sure. We'll draw with our Bank Buster. Opponent could definitely have a Wandering Emperor, though. I think we're going to play second Bank Buster. Really start getting the card draw going. Dissipate. Sure, that's fine. Better than us receiving pressure there. Do know they have counter spells in their deck now, though. Took them a pain to do it. Probably have all flash threats in their deck. What's nice about the Ganjo is that it definitely gets around any counter spells since it has a channel ability and does get put on somewhere you can get counter spelled. Alright, borrowed time against us there. I think that's fine. We're just going to slam a Sanctuary Warden and draw a card and make a 1-1. And we're going to just do that for several turns in a row until they run out of borrowed times, it appears. Yeah. That's fine. We're getting a 1-1 every time, though. See how many borrowed times they have. Oh my gosh, we can't stop drawing the Sanctuary Ward. Let's go. Those are big. See if they try to cast my or counter my Teferi. They do, okay. Yeah, I think we'll make another citizen. Cast this Fable. Really just put a bunch of pressure on the opponent. Needed to populate or something if they do have it. A Sanctuary Warden is a great follow-up. Oh, wow, I'm reading the opponent today to populate for sure, but how about third Sanctuary Warden? Discarding cards, huh? Don't need second Teferi or this Adakar wastes. Either Channeler's not a bad draw, but not as good of a draw as Sanctuary Warden. Especially with the Fable of the Mirror Breaker coming off its chapters in a few turns. Being able to copy the Sanctuary Warden. Get their own Teferi. Untap. Oh, they're just gonna go looking. That's alright. We're just gonna attack the opponent. I don't think we really care about the Teferi. Not getting the Saga exiled. Just gonna get that borrowed time out of here just for another Sanctuary Warden with a shield counter on it. Yep, okay. GG's. Opponent takes one mulligan. We have tap land tribal over here, but I think we're gonna keep. There's a lot of power in the hand. Let's see what our opponent's on. Green red something. An untapped land here would not be bad. So we can cast Denick or Bankbuster on turn 2. Tainted Adversary. Oh, I was thinking Tainted Adversary for our opponent, but they have a Monoface's Kakazan and an Ascended Pack Leader. Okay. And we just have tap lands. I think we're going to play a Denick next turn, though. And we're really going to hope this Temporal Firestorm carries us on turn 5. That's the plan. If we draw a Celestis or a Fable, we're going to slam the next turn so we can cast the Firestorm one turn earlier. The Iconoclastic. That's a lot of damage. Hunting Emperor's not bad though. Another way to gain life. Ooh, another Iconoclast. Nice. Okay. These two have trample, huh? I think we need to soak up as much damage as possible. Next turn, cast the Emperor. I don't know if that'll be enough, though. I think we're dead. So we'll be up to 11. No. We'll be okay as long as they don't hit us with anything too bad here. Haste is really the bane of our existence, though. Extra life off the Wandering Emperor is big. Negates an Etching's attack. If opponent has anything else here. So we're going to kill our Wandering Emperor if we play the Firestorm. We'll be extremely vulnerable to anything with haste, although I gotta imagine they would have played something with haste, but probably have a Raiju or something of that ilk in hand. Yeah, I think we just gotta cast the Firestorm. Yeah, doesn't matter what we do with the Wandering Emperor. It's gonna die anyway, so the token or the Planeswalker.
Until next time, then.
It's likely our opponent has a Raiju in hand. And he's gonna get after us. Oh, play with fire. Okay. Oh, they scried something at the top. You know what that means? That means I'm dead. Let's see how they're gonna kill me. Is it a land for the Raiju in their hand? Oh, Shivan Devastator. My second time I've died to a Shivan Devastator recently. Whew. GG's. Alright, we're going first, and the hand looks great. We can never get an untapped land on turn 2, so maybe I should refigure the mana base. So we're not always playing a tap land on turn 2. Really, we just need any pain land, but we're drawing these fast lands instead, which I like fast lands better in general, but they're not good here on turn 2 specifically. Might have a removal spell up, so I think I'm just going to play the Bank Buster. In case they were holding an Infernal Grasp or something there. Next turn, I think we'll play Denick plus draw. Drawing, of course, so that we can get all the way to our Sanctuary Warden. That Infernal Grasp we thought they had. It could be a cut down as well. Okay, did not kill our Denick at all. It's our second white for the Sanctuary Warden, so we have to play that. I think we're just going to go on and try to draw another card. The Reckoner Bank Buster. Didn't kill the Denick. Do they not have the removal spell? They could send one of these guys in to draw a card. See if they do so. They do not. I'm just going to keep drawing with Bank Buster then. Our opponent's going to keep missing lands. So we've been there recently with the missing lands. Okay, so we can cast our Sanctuary Warden. I think we're going to get rid of the Shivan Reef. We don't want the Shivan Reef nowadays. Yep, just going to jam the Sanctuary Warden. Take the counter off of itself. To draw a card. Get that Windscarred Crag down. Since we don't really have anywhere else to use just single mana. I think we're going to pass the turn too, because don't want our Denick to get double blocked. Denick's much better on defense than it is on offense right now. Destroy evil. Okay. A removal spell for a shield token on the warden. Yeah. What crew? Still no land for opponent. Must mean they have lots of removal in hand. Did not want to use... Well, I guess they couldn't use the Destroy Evil on the Denic. Aether Channeler is pretty good. Removing opponents' creatures, but do you want to play Sanctuary Warden and press our advantage? Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to play this Bank Buster first. And then the Sanctuary Warden and take a counter off the Warden. Oh, I thought maybe you could take a town off the Bank Buster. Maybe I could have crewed it in response and done it. But I don't know if that's worth it. Flipping back over. Go to the Shipment Reef again. The Wandering Emperor is really nice because it gives us a consistent way to draw cards with the Wandering Emperor. Or the Warden, I mean, with the Emperor. Sarah Paragon. Yeah, okay, we expected something like that. They can play Storefront if they want this turn. Next turn, since they already played land that turn. I think we're gonna just play Wandering Emperor. Bounce the Sarah Paragon back to their hand. And attack with a Sanctuary Warden. Get in for some pretty big damage there. Our opponent can replay the Sarah Paragon in their land from graveyard if they want. Okay, so might have a 5-drop here if they didn't want to replay their Sarah Paragon. Could have a Wrath. We would be pretty unhappy with a Farewell next turn. Benelish Sleeper to kick... Sack a creature. It's an interesting tactic since our creatures are... We have some creatures that are a lot less valuable than theirs. And their Sanctuary Warden is big. Blocking my citizen without first strike. Taking a lot of damage. And I kind of feel like the only way to get back into this game is with a Farewell, so I'm just going to pass the turn. Probably don't need to see the Empire at this point. It's not going to cast a Farewell, though. Okay, Paragon. Having a Reckoner Bank Buster to be able to attack is going to be big, too. I'm going to bounce the Sarah Paragon with the Aether Channeler. And we could give this +1/+1 so we could attack with both Bank Busters, but I think we were good to just swing out regardless there. GG's. All right, we're back with Jeskai Firestorm. Overall, the game plan was executed pretty well. Sanctuary Warden still continues to be a house, and Teferi untapping Reckoner Bankbuster and the Celestis is still a proven strategy. Temporal Firestorm is a very interesting card. In this deck, we didn't really get to kick it too often, but I could definitely see long game scenarios where you're able to save 2 crucial planeswalkers or a Teferi plus like a Fable, the backside of a Fable flip. And so I think it's still really valuable in this deck and definitely worth a try over some of your other sweepers like Depopulate or Farewell. I think in a deck that has more capability to ramp with Teferi, Firestorm might be the way to go. Until next time, whenever you are, wherever you are, have a magical day.